Hi guys, welcome to my channel Confessions of a Gaming Mum. So I'm filming this on a Monday because I'm trying to catch up on all my vlogging stuff. A lot has happened in the last few days because of our friend coming around on the Saturday and overindulging and different stuff like that. Sunday was a bit of a non-day in terms of like weight and fitness and stuff because our friend came around on the Saturday. On Saturday night we had fish and chips, which I haven't had in a very long while. All night after she'd obviously gone home, when I was in bed, I was tossing and turning because my stomach, I had crippling stomach pains, like really, really bad stomach pains. I could not get to sleep for about 4 hours. It was really painful. And also in that point of me tossing and turning, I think I moved funny and I sort of sprained something in the groin area, and I don't know what it is. It must have been like one of my ligaments or a muscle or something on the inside of my thigh. And yeah, that hurt. So when my husband's alarm went off at like 7 o'clock on Sunday, I was like, I am not running today. I am not running. I cannot do it. Obviously, luckily by then the stomachache had gone, but yeah, I just could not face running. I was absolutely exhausted and I just wanted to sleep. So I said it to my husband, I was like, I'm not running today, and kind of then just turned over and tried to get some more sleep before Bubs woke up. So I got about an extra hour, so I didn't get much. But yeah, and then like Sunday was literally a day of just catching up on everything that I didn't have the chance to do that I normally do on a Saturday. So everything else kind of just went out the window in terms of me sort of tracking my water and stuff. I kind of had like a regular day in terms of food, in terms of what I normally have on a Sunday, in terms of like my omelette, a wrap, and my chicken and pancetta thing that I have. Also added on to that was the Easter egg that I started eating, and it's like 500 calories per 100 gram serving, but I'm kind of like, I need to get it finished so it's not hanging around. So that's what I'm kind of doing. I'm like, I think it works out at like 450 grams, the egg. So it will last me like four and a half servings. That's how I'm working it out. So yeah, I'm pummeling through that. So hopefully I might be able to finish it either tonight or tomorrow. So yeah, I'm not counting on me losing any weight this week. And also today, I'm trying to track my water today, but it's not really going very well. Because I've been trying, because it's Bank Holiday Monday and my husband has not been working, so I've been trying to get as much done as possible that I normally can't get done while my husband's working, like housework and stuff. So I've been doing a lot of that. Also, I forgot to get because I was so busy yesterday, I forgot to get my prawns out of the freezer. So it was literally just a chicken breast I had for dinner, for lunch today. But then I was like, yeah, I'm not going to have my protein powder either, because I was like, that kind of takes my calories down quite a lot to the point that it's not as bad if I have my Easter egg today. But yeah, my calories are going to be quite high for the next few days because of it. I'm hoping I'll be able to run tomorrow, because when I was doing the cleaning that I was doing, I was kneeling on the floor, and as I said earlier, I had got that sort of groin strain on Saturday night. And it's still there, it's still like sort of niggling, or it has been like a niggling pain. And then I was kneeling down cleaning something, and then I went to stand up, and I think I must have tried to stand up funny, and I just felt like something, almost as if something snapped in my, like a muscle snapped in the front bit of my thigh, top front of my thigh. And I've never been in like so much pain. It was so painful. And like literally I was just laying there on the floor and just like rubbing my thigh, and it felt as if like I felt like this warmth coming up. You know, like when you've got like a really bad cut and you just feel the warmth of like the blood just like spilling out. That's what it actually felt like. If I could just feel this warmth just spreading from my leg, I was like, I feel like I've like got a gash in my leg and it's just like bleeding or something. It was so painful, and luckily moving around on it and doing different things, I've been okay. I'm a bit worried because I'm up here at the moment because I'm about to do my exercises, and I'm really worried that I'm not going to be able to do much of it because my leg hurts a lot. But I mean, I can walk around on it. It's just like, I don't know if it's from when I've been doing the interval training that it's kind of just meant that those muscles are just that little bit more sensitive or whatever. But yeah, it doesn't feel good, and yeah, I'm a bit worried about what's going to happen when I do my exercises, and then if I'm going to be able to actually run tomorrow. So I hope it's going to be alright. I mean, like after the interval training last Tuesday, I could barely lift my leg to cross my legs. It was that sort of like, that's how tired those muscles were. I can do that now, like I'm doing it now, but it feels like there's a knot right at the top of my thigh. So yeah, I definitely think I've sprained something. I just hope I haven't like done any real damage, but I've not felt a pain like that in a very, very long time in terms of in my muscles. So yeah, I'm hoping I've not done any serious damage. But also what I was going to say is, because I missed the run yesterday, I'm not going to continue with interval training this week. I was thinking what I'm going to do, especially if my leg is going to be like this anyway. So I think for this week I'm going to go back to doing just casual 5k runs Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, and then the next week after that I'll go back to interval training as long as my legs are okay. Just one, because like I said, because I missed the run on Sunday, it's kind of like my interval training's been kind of scuppered a bit, so I want to be able to get it to a point where I'm not missing a run. So yeah, so I think that's my way forward. Also, yeah, I just want to make sure my leg's okay and I can do it. So that's how things stand at the moment. Yeah, it's going to be usual dinner tonight. Like, we've got that red lentil pasta again, so it's going to be that with meatballs tonight. We've got pies again for tomorrow, so that's going to be, well, it's like, yeah, it's just going to be a regular week in terms of dinners and stuff. But yeah, I'm not counting on me losing any weight this week because of like the overindulgence in chocolate. But we'll see. It might be that like my stomach just doesn't do well with like baking products rather than chocolate. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see how we get on. So on that note, yeah, I better get on with my exercises. So I'll speak to you later. Hi guys, and welcome to post Tuesday run. Seriously, I was hoping today I could run off whatever I snapped yesterday. No such luck. Only run 4 kilometers today. I kind of set myself that goal in terms of I'll see if I can run 4. If I feel fine, then I'll run 5. And I was like going through stages where I was like, yep, I feel fine, I can do this, I can do the 5, it's great. And then every so often I'd just get this twinge and I was like, no, I don't even know if I could run the 4. I could just run the 4. And then I was like, I'm gonna just cause myself like even worse damage if I keep going. Because it was awful when I first started running. Like I've been fine. Like I woke up and didn't feel like any twinges or anything. Only sort of thing I felt is when I'm like walking up the stairs, but I normally get that anyway. Like if I've just been for a run, like my thighs feel tired anyway. So that's kind of like how it felt. So yeah, I felt fine. And then as soon as I started running, I was like, yeah, no, something's wrong. It's like both sides now, both thighs, like groin area, are like feel like they're really sort of tight and have been pulled. The back of my thigh, and it's all in my right thigh. Like I said, it's only on the left thigh in the groin area that it hurts. But like the front side of my thigh, the back side of my thigh, basically my entire thigh is just like really sore, really tender, and just really hurts as if like I've pulled something, I don't know. And yeah, so I felt like I was kind of like waddle running as I was going around. I was like, well, I'll take it slow, and you never know it might just be because like where I've kind of only just woken up, so I might be able to like warm up, like if I warm up for the first 2 kilometers and see how I get on. But like I said, then I just started to go, after it hurt just like non-stop for a while, and then it started to lessen, and then it was like I said, I went through periods of being like, oh no, I feel fine, and then every so often I just get that twinge and I'd be like, oh no, it's not, it's still there. But yeah, I didn't push myself at all, as you can probably tell from my times were atrocious. But like I said, I'm running technically injured, so what do you expect? I'm hoping I can run Thursday. I don't want it to be a thing now where I'm gonna have to put off running for a while just to get myself a chance to heal. So I'm hoping it's just literally because I had that thing snap yesterday in my thigh, that it's just because it's literally the day after. I'm hoping running has helped, but we'll see. I'll be taking it easy today anyway. Because I did most of my housework that I normally do yesterday anyway. So like the only things I have to do is sort out my Assassin's Creed video for tonight, and that's it. So that's all I've got to do, so I'll take it easy for the rest of the day. But it was perfect weather to be running today. Absolutely freezing, but the sun was out, so it warmed me up quite quickly, and it's just nice because it's like you can actually see everything. I know I say I normally like it cloudy, but it's also really nice when the sun's shining because it just makes you feel that so much better when the sun's on you. And obviously when you've been running, you don't feel the cold wind as much, and because it's cold, it means the sun isn't overheat, like making you overheat. So yeah, I love this sort of weather. I'm surprised it's actually not that busy today, considering it's still half term, the sun is out, but I guess it's absolutely freezing, so the parents with their kids will probably be out later, so we'll see. So I was really late today, but I think it's like 9:45 or something now. So yes, I was quite surprised it weren't that busy. Anyway, I better head home and have my breakfast. I completely failed yesterday at drinking any water, so today I'm making a thing of I'm going to try and drink some. I'm not actually feeling thirsty because I've already had my lemon water this morning, so I'm not fancying it. But yeah, this is my first, so I need to try and drink this. I need to do it. I'm determined. I'm gonna make it a thing. But anyway, I will speak to you later. Hi guys, so it's midweek. So I'm just about to do my exercises. Obviously Wednesday, non-run day, so it's my exercise day. I do have my physio, I can't remember if I said this already, but I have my next physio appointment this Saturday, so hence me trying to really stick on top of my exercises at the moment, because I want to make sure I'm in proper form to see her. Yesterday was a really successful day in terms of my water. I did 2 of the full bottles, 2 of these, and I'd also done my lemon water and like the squash that I have with my dinner, so that came to 2 litres in total. This is my 2nd bottle today, so yeah, I'm halfway through. After I've had this, I will be having my protein shake. It's going to be first time of trying the new one, which is chocolate and peanuts, so hopefully I can get you to see my reaction to that one, see how I get on with it. But yes, that's how I'm doing with my fluids at the moment. In terms of how my legs are feeling, I woke up this morning and you know when you just really want to stretch, that's all I felt like I really wanted to do this morning, was just stretch. Stretch my upper body, fine, but then when I went to stretch my legs, I just had that massive sort of like twinge, really painful twinge go down the top of my thigh, and I was like, for God's sake. But since then I've not had any sort of twinges or anything, so, and my legs don't feel stiff like when I'm walking up the stairs or anything. So I'm hoping that means that because I've been walking around and being active, it's actually gone. But I'll see once I do the exercises how it feels. I'm going to, because obviously I didn't do it Monday because of the problem I had with my thighs. So I'm probably gonna film my push-ups, because I want to obviously try and do it once a week at least to see if there's any progress whatsoever with me doing my push-ups. But yeah, so I'm hoping it's okay, because I really want to be able to do a 5k run tomorrow. I miss my 5k runs. I really do. I want to get back into them. Also today on the macros group I'm on, someone posted about the fact that she's lost a lot of weight. So not only has she got a lot of saggy skin around her belly, she's had kids as well, so she has like the mummy tummy, but she wondered, like, she was like, well, I don't think I have diastasis recti, because her stomach sticks out like mine, but she said like she knows it's healing because her gap is closing, but her stomach still sticks out even if the gap is closing, so she doesn't think it's diastasis recti. But literally she's had about 200 people reply, or 200 comments, and basically every single one is saying it is diastasis recti. For those of you that don't know what diastasis recti is, I'm going to do a video on it at some point when I get around to it. I haven't done any recording other than vlogs lately. I've not even been on like doing any of my gaming stuff or anything. I've just not had the time over the weekend, but I do want to do a diastasis recti video to add to this weight loss playlist, just so people have a full understanding on what it is. Like, long story short, with diastasis recti is basically what a lot of women have with when they have big babies, or not even with big babies. I think it can just be when your core just basically is stretched out of all sort of any strength out of it, and elasticity is just basically gone because of pregnancy. So it's different with every single case, and with mine, as with this other lady's, the top of my stomach is basically really solid, so it sticks out and it basically looks like I'm still pregnant. So no matter how much weight I lose, at the moment it's still looking the same. My current thing is that I just want to try and lose all the weight that I can, like get down to my ideal weight, which is 140 pounds. Obviously I'm currently at 169.5, so I've still got nearly 30 pounds to lose. Once I got to that, hopefully my body fat will be really low, so it would cut out the possibility of my stomach sticking up because of body fat, because my one theory I have in my head is that it's caused by visceral fat, which is a thing, which is like fat wrapped around the organs. So that's one thing it could be, possibly. This is me in my head, this isn't a professional thing. The other thing it could be is bloating from food. So once I get down to my ideal weight, I then want to have appointments with a dietitian to see, like, if my stomach hasn't gone down by then, to see if that's the case. And then if that's not the case, then the only way for me to sort it out, because hopefully by then I would have got a fully functioning core in terms of like the strength is back and everything, because that's basically what happens when you have diastasis recti. You have no core, there's no strength there whatsoever. Hence why I started going to physio, because I have no strength in my back, or I didn't have any strength in my back or anything. But since going to physio, my core strength is coming back and my back strength is a lot better, so I don't get the backache like I used to. However, the gap isn't closing, so hence why I think my stomach still sticks out. So my last resort would be surgery, which is basically where they cut out the loose bit of tissue that's in the middle, because obviously it's your abs are meant to be like this, but then when you're pregnant they stretch out like that, and mine are basically still like that because this bit of ligament in the middle hasn't come back together and it's lost its elasticity. So yeah, it would be a matter of them basically cutting that to bring the abs back together. But that's basically, that would also involve a tummy tuck, and obviously on the NHS like you can't qualify for it through the NHS. I'd have to, because they see it as basically the same as a tummy tuck, and it's purely aesthetic. It's not like it's cosmetic surgery. It doesn't count as a health thing. So I'd have to pay for it myself, and it's around £6 at least, and then you have to pay for like catch-ups and health checks and stuff after that as well. So it's a lot of money that I can't really afford right now. There's also the fact that I wouldn't want to have that sort of full-blown operation, one, when Bubs is a toddler and I'm having to run around after him, and two, the fact that we're also planning on having a second, because yeah, that's a bit stupid really. So I'd have to wait until after having a second before I could even consider surgery anyway. But it's kind of made me feel a bit down a bit, because literally everyone is just like, yeah, I think you need to go for a tummy tuck to, because I posted my picture as well saying, on this woman's thing, saying my stomach looks similar to yours and this is what I'm trying. But yeah, other people were just like, yeah, just go for a tummy tuck. And it's like, you got £6 to hand that you could give me? So yeah, so that's also made me feel a bit down today. The fact that it looks like all this hard work that I'm putting in is basically going to amount to nothing. But we'll see. We'll see what happens in the next couple of years, I guess. For the most time now, I'll just have to look like I'm 6 months pregnant. But anyway, so the reason I'm up here is to do the exercises to try and like sort of lessen this diastasis recti. So I'm going to do those now. Yeah, I've made stew for today, and my calories are actually really good for today. I was like, I've started adding curry powder to my lunch instead of going through all the different spices, because I was like, one, it just makes it taste really powdery, and two, it just takes so much effort just to have to, I'm trying to make it as minimal effort as possible. So I put curry powder in, and I was like, hang on, I don't know if there's any sugar in curry powder. So I decided to add that to my recipe for my lunch. And when I looked, I was like, hang on, it still says I use butter for frying the chicken in, but I don't anymore. I use the fry light. So that's 50 calories I'm like having to cut out. So I went through it all again, and yeah, basically I was adding myself like extra fat and calories for the day, because it was saying that my fat was over. So then when I actually amended it, it was like, oh, look at that, my fat is actually below what it should be. So I was like, that's good. So I've been living a lie for the last like couple of weeks since I changed my my recipe. But yeah, so that's good. So it means that I'm a lot lower in my fat now for the day. But anyway, I'm going to get on with my exercises. Then I'm going to try my new protein powder. I'm sure it's going to taste exactly the same as all the others and taste just as vile. But we'll see, because it's chocolate. This time's the first chocolate one I've tried. So wish me luck with that. But first, exercises.
Whether directly or through taxes on the King's lay subjects. The size of these land grants is probably one reason why secular lords then continued to insist on exercising control and influence over their local church and monastery, much to the annoyance of the church. The Anglo-Saxons hadn't really grasped the concept of giving something away. It's a concept I find difficult too. When I say significant, it's been calculated that the Minster land in Kent amounted to 1/4.
Hi guys, so exercise is all done. Went a lot better than I thought they would actually. When I was doing like the leg exercises, I thought I'd feel a lot of twinges in my legs because of the issues I've had the last few days. Barely felt anything, so that's really good. Shows they're improving. I think I felt more the twinges towards the end when I was doing the lunges, and my legs were getting tired, but other than that, no, it was all good. So hopefully that means tomorrow I should be a bit better to do my running. But anyway, I thought I would show you guys, because now I've got my new vegan powder, so a lot bigger. This one's gonna last me a bit longer, and it's 1 kilogram, so I think that's, I don't even know how many servings it's supposed to be. 28 servings apparently. So this should last me the month, and it's chocolate peanut flavour. So let's see how disgusting this one is. So chocolate and peanut flavour. It's not very nutty as I was dishing it out, so let's just see what it's like. It doesn't taste like chocolate and peanut. Tastes nutty, but yeah, it's still got that protein flavour. But yeah, it's more just like, I don't taste any chocolate. I'm just tasting peanut. But I guess that's not too bad. It's kind of like a Snickers. It's probably the least like a protein powder I've had so far. So that's probably a good thing. It's protein powder at the end of the day. Morning guys, welcome to Thursday, post run. So today was a little bit better than Tuesday in terms of when I started running, I didn't feel the twinges. But it was more as I started, like the more I was running, the more tired I was getting, and then the twinges started to come in more frequently. And it was more in my groin this time. Like I think on Tuesday it was just at the top of my thigh and like at the front, but today it was like right underneath, so like yeah, in my groin area, so that's not fun. But I'm hoping that means that it's healing. It's just that obviously it was as my muscles were getting tired that it started playing up. So I'm hoping that by Sunday it might have healed, or it might just have again be that little bit better. I do have my physio on Saturday, as I think I said the other day, so I might mention it to her and see if she can give me any sort of exercises or stretches I can do to help it, or she might actually be able to tell me what it is, because she's not only she is a women's physio, but she specializes well in running as well. I think she's a runner herself, so she knows like the ins and outs of it, so to speak. As you can see as well, I'm wearing my bloody winter top because it's absolutely freezing this morning, and I'm so glad I did. There's no way I could have left the house with it being as cold as it is in my vest top. It was insane. But it was a really beautiful run because like the sun's just coming up as I'm running, and yeah, it looked absolutely beautiful over the river. So that's the reason that I never get bored of this run, because the views just never get boring. It's so beautiful here. But yeah, I'm kind of trying to think what else I was going to say. I managed to, so I did 2 full bottles yesterday of my water and my cordial juice squash thing. This is how much I drank so far today, but I did have my lemon water this morning, so, and that does fill me up quite a lot and satiate my thirst. I say quench my thirst. So I'm trying, but I do feel like I'm getting thirstier. I remember, like, I don't ever remember being this thirsty before, so I do think it's helping. But yeah, it's just going to take a while to make it a proper habit, isn't it? So, but anyway, I need to head home because I need to let my husband have the car to drop Bubs off at nursery. So I will most likely speak to you, random ducks flying from the car. Yeah, I'll most likely speak to you either tonight or tomorrow once I do my exercises. So I will speak to you later. Morning guys, so it's Saturday, it's weigh-in day. I was quite nervous about weighing myself this morning because after like last week I was like, I know I'm going to be really pissed off with myself, and I shouldn't be if I don't lose any weight. So yes, I was quite nervous about what the scales were going to say. Luckily though, it did say I lost weight. It was 0.4 of a pound but it's something at the end of the day. I think I can take that away as a success, considering I had a massive fish and chips on the Saturday night, didn't run on the Sunday, and pigged out on chocolate for the weekend, so I think I've done quite well considering. So yeah, we'll just have to see how this week goes. This week should be slightly better in terms of I should be a lot more active, because obviously my husband isn't working, so it means I can be doing more around the house and stuff. We'll hopefully be going for walks with Bubs, hopefully, if the weather's okay. The only thing is it's our anniversary on the Friday. We will be doing a lot of walking because we're going to Hampton Court. We're going to do like an Easter egg hunt with Bubs, but we're also seeing our friend, and we're also going to the pub opposite because they do outdoor catering. I guess I just have to watch what I eat, so you'll see from next week how I get on. So hopefully from now I should be getting slightly better, although it's my birthday coming up, so I might not be so vigilant actually on my birthday how I get on, but we'll see what the week brings. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Oh, so what I will do, like I've just done a quick weight thing here, I'm actually off to the physio today for a check-up on how I'm doing in terms of with my exercises. So I'll do a quick check-up when I'm back from there, like just tell you guys what she actually said and stuff. So yeah, so I'll sign off here quick just to make this so it's not too long. But yeah, so I'll give you a quick update once I've been to the physio about what she says, so wish me luck. Hi guys, so back from my physio, and as it turns out it's my last physio appointment technically that I could ever have. I'm so sad. I wasn't prepared for when she said to me at the end, she was like, yeah, you don't have to see me anymore. I was like, what? No, that can't be right. I still need you in my life. This just can't be possible. And she was just like, you have come so far. She said your strength is just absolutely fantastic. You know what you're doing, you know how to engage your muscles, you know how to control your core. She said there's nothing else I can teach you. She said all you can do now is just work on improving your strength by yourself. So like before she actually said any of this, what she actually did go through with me, because I did tell her about my leg where I had like an issue with my muscle. So she did a bit of pushing and pulling and stuff, and my left leg was fine, but when she did it on one move on my right leg, I did feel like this really sort of sharp pain like go through my leg, and she was like, yeah, I can definitely tell it's this leg you've done something to. She said because one, it's a lot stiffer, and also where you've just yelped in pain. And she thinks I've pulled like the inside of my thigh, like the muscle there. I can't remember what muscle she said it was, but she's given me an exercise to work on, because she said because what can happen is if you do get a muscle injury, you tend to be really cautious with that muscle then, because you get like all the twinges and stuff, and that can lead that muscle to getting lazy, and then it's more prone to injury later on. So she says, so it's better for you to come out with a exercise that you can do to, what's the word that she uses, activate that muscle, and then that helps to keep it working while also not causing any further sort of strain or anything. So she's given me a new exercise for that. I did ask her about my push-up form, like am I doing it right, because I did say it just feels like every time I do it in a different position and it just feels wrong. So she said, right, we'll get into the position you think is how you're supposed to do it. So I got into the position, and she said, yeah, your position is absolutely perfect, because obviously you have to have your knees need to be as far back basically as they can go away from your hands. Hands need to be basically parallel to your shoulders, so they're not out too far out, so you're not too wide, and in line with basically your face, so they're not too high up either. And then she said, and like with your back, it needs to be as straight as possible. I think sometimes I'll push my back in too much. People put their bum up. She said people sometimes put their bum up too high in the air, and I said that's sometimes what I feel like I'm doing. But she said no, you look at yourself in the mirror. She said, and you've got really good line. Like it needs to, like your body needs to have a straight line basically. And she said that's what I was doing. So she says, so if you could, she said it is a really hard exercise to do, especially when you're trying to get your strength back anyway. So she said just keep working at it. When you feel like you're able to do, I'm pretty sure she said 12 push-ups, when I'm able to do 12 push-ups in like 3 sets of 12, she said that should be when I can then move on to do regular push-ups rather than on my knees. She was like, don't wait till you get to 20, she said, because that's when it's just too easy. So she said 12, and then that's when you can step up to next stage, which is actual press-ups. I did ask her as well about planking, because I know that's really good for strengthening your core, and she said I could do planks on my knees. I was like, I've never heard of people doing them on their knees, and she was like, well, you do push-ups on your knees, so you can do planks on your knees. She said it's pretty much the same thing. So yeah, so she said do that. She said you can introduce that, so you can try it and see how you get on. And what she actually did as well was she checked as I was doing the push-ups and the plank, she was checking that everything was tucked in okay, in terms of like, because obviously when you have diastasis recti and you overdo it, because you get this little bulge in your stomach, it's like in the middle, I think it's called doming, and I know I've seen my stomach do it before I was able to strengthen it, and yeah, it's like this just unsightly little bulge that you get, and that's basically your organs just trying to pop out. So it just means that you're overdoing it. You're not supposed to do it that much, or overexerting it. So and she said when I did the push-ups and the plank, she said she didn't see any of that. She said my form was really good. So yes, so she said, so with the plank, if I was to do the plank, do it for like a minute, and she said, and once I can get up to a minute, like I find that easy, then she said then move on to a regular plank. So that was quite exciting. When she was saying that, she said with my lunges, because I said I upped my lunge count from 12 to 15. She wanted to have a look and see how my form was with my lunges, and she said they were really good. She said I do need to take a breath and a half though before I step out of them, because she said because you come out of the second one really quick. She says so maybe just pause for a breath and then come up. to just stay into it longer to make sure that you're actually getting the most out of activating those muscles. And then she said what you could do is add a weight to it, because she said, because she knows I'm doing arm weights now, so she said like try holding it sort of straight out in front of you rather than holding it to your chest or anything. She said hold it straight out, because that will really help in terms of giving you that extra workout and helping with your core. So the exercise that she's given me actually for the inside of my thigh is basically like, I think I can't think of what she calls it, like double, I can't even think of it now, but it's basically where my legs are up in the air, and basically I put a pillow between my knees and I squeeze. She says squeeze I think 3 times slowly and then 3 times really fast, and all it does, it's one, she said it really sort of helps with your core anyway, so it's an extra exercise there, but it also helps to just activate those inner thigh muscles. So that's what she's given me. But yeah, so the fact that she said it's like my last appointment with her, so I was like quite sad. But she was like she said there's no need for you to book an appointment now, she said, but if you feel that you have any questions, any queries, you've got any worries about like how you're doing an exercise, or if you feel like you're getting twinges or anything like that, she said obviously feel free to book. But she said, but I don't think you need to come and see me at this point, because you've got it now, you know what you're doing, sort of thing. So I was, oh, okay. So there was that. And then, yeah, so we was talking to her, and she was talking, like I asked her about the interval training. And I said it's since then that my legs have gone a bit meh. And she was like, well, that probably would explain, because she said, because that is quite hard, like that, like you literally just like hit the ground running, no pun intended, sort of thing. Because she said, because obviously when you sprint you use very different muscles to what you do when you're jogging, and obviously like your foot falls differently when you sprint to where you're jogging, and like you're like activating very different muscles. So she said it's not surprising, she said, that you did something, you've like agitated your muscles. So she said, so she said what you should try, she said don't make it, because what you'll do, you'll end up missing your running. And I was like, yeah, I did actually miss running, like doing long distance. So she said what I should try and do is do one day where I really just push myself, run basically as fast as I can for 5 kilometers, just to see how fast I can go. Next time I do jogging for 2 minutes, then run as fast as I can for 1 minute, then jog for 2 minutes, and do that basically for, I'm pretty sure she means for like the full 5 kilometers. Then on the next day, so because she knows I run 3 times a week, so on the next day, so it's Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, and on the Sunday I just do a chill run, just do whatever. And she said, and you should notice a difference, she said, and she said like she was really pleased that where I've got to that 5k, she said the next place for you to go is just to see how fast you can do it. And I did say my goal was 30 minutes, and I said I think I'm pretty much at like 32 and a half minutes at my fastest. And she was like, that is really good. She said it won't take you long to get to your goal. So she says, so yeah, she said I'm doing really well. So yeah, it's really nice to hear someone who's like sort of professional in that sort of sense, being able to say these things and actually give me sort of that sort of guidance. That's why I think I'm quite upset at the fact that I don't have her there to tell me anymore if I'm doing it right. So I'll probably like my husband said, oh, you're gonna find that you have an issue, like twisted your ankle or something every 6 weeks. I can go and see her. Yeah, but another thing as well, obviously I did ask her, I said, when do you think I'd be able to do pole classes? And she said, to be honest, you could probably even try it now, just be very tentative about it, because obviously any work you do on a pole, it's all in your core, so it's going to be very, very, very strenuous on the core. So she said, is there any way that you could, like, she was like, I assume you have a pole. I was like, I do have a pole, I just don't have any way to put it up. She said, that's a pain. She said, because what it would be good is for you to actually get up on the pole like at home and then gauge what your strength is there. But she said just maybe go along to a one-off class so you can see what your strength is like and stuff. So what I did as soon as I got home, this is how eager I am to get back into pole. As soon as I got home, I looked up, because I knew there was an exercise class near here, but I wasn't sure of the area, and I've looked it up, and it's basically in the same place that Bubs used to do swimming classes, so that's amazing. And the classes are like really cheap. They're like £25 for 4 classes, so like a month's worth of class if you go once a week. And then, but individual classes, like if you book one-offs, it's like £10, but she also does like tasters for like £3. I was like, Jesus, so I might do a taster just to like gauge my strength. And what I'll do, I'll message her and say, this is where I am currently, I have done pole before, but I don't have the strength I did because of like issues I've had with my core and stuff. So she might recommend me doing a taster, or she might recommend me coming on to a full class, because obviously a full class is an hour, and when I did pole before, you get, if you're not used to it, you get exhausted very, very quickly. Like, you don't actually realise how exhausted you can get in an hour's worth of a class, especially if you're on a pole by yourself. I think in this one it's like 3 to a pole, but she might be minimising that because obviously with COVID and stuff. But I'm assuming they open on Monday, in terms of, because she did say on her website that once the gym is open, because that's basically where they are, it's like a health centre, once the gym is open they will be reopening like her classes, but obviously it can't be 3 to a pole, not while COVID is rife, so I'm assuming she'll be very limited to how many classes she does. Yeah, I think she's literally just come back to me, so I'm gonna see, but it's just like, I never thought I'd get to this point. I really didn't. So I am super excited. I'm also really nervous about doing it. Excited to see what will happen. One last thing I did ask her as well was, I said, I've noticed recently that my stomach seems to be sticking out a bit more. That's what it feels like to me. It just feels like for some reason it's sticking out a bit more. I don't know if it's because I've lost more weight, so the protruding muscles protrude more. I said, I don't know if it's that, but I started getting paranoid that the top of my abs, like the top of my stomach muscles, didn't feel like they were engaging as much as they used to. So she checked and she was like, nope, they're engaging perfectly fine. She said there's nothing wrong with them at all. So I said, well, maybe what it is with my stomach sticking out, it might be bloating, it could be like anything. Like I said, it could be the fact that because I'm losing weight, it just looks like it sticks out more than what it actually does. She said, yeah, it could be anything. She was like, it could be your hormones, it could be something you've eaten. She said, you just don't know with women's bodies, unfortunately. But she said, but it's nothing to do with the core, because again, I did say to her I was worried that maybe if I was doing my push-ups wrong, it was causing like any of the hard work I'd done to sort of undo itself, and then I was like causing my stomach to stick out more. She was like, that's definitely not the problem. She said it's definitely not that. So yeah, it's got to be something else. Something might be like the crap I've eaten like recently, like all the Easter eggs and the fish and chips and the afternoon teas. It's probably all that, and somehow I've lost weight on it as well. So, you know, so it could be that. But yeah, I'm starting to think that, I think I said this the other day, that I think with my stomach it's going to be a matter of, at the end of the day, just having surgery. But until we have the potential second child, there's no way I can even really consider it right now. But first step, getting up that pole. So yeah, super excited about that. But anyway, I really need to get on with, I need to do some game recording, so I will speak to you next week. I was just thinking, when will I speak to you again? So it will most likely be next week. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope some things were educational, or like you learned something new from it, I don't know. But anyway, if you did, then please leave a like, really helps me out. You can subscribe as well if you haven't already. You can also follow me on social media, or the links will be down below. And on that note, I'll say love you guys, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye.